this September 25th Rules meeting to order. Councilwoman Shotpouch, would you please give us the invocation?
Idadadolista. Edora galande hang. See what you lehele ga kosan yedi. Let's get out no. Nimra dejadosta. Heldi do has no less gay on hido has do you danga, huh? Nihu des get ni says no less. Nihu is skin has ogadant at ostwatly lohe legis dugi. Father, we thank you again for this afternoon that you brought us back together. We thank you for all your blessings that you have bestowed upon us. We just ask you to be with each and every one. Just give us some wisdom and knowledge for the betterment of Cherokee Nation. And bless those that takes part in all the things that come about, and our chief and our deputy chief. Lord, that you would just give them the strength and knowledge to lead this nation. We thank you all. In your name we pray. Amen.
Okay, thank you. Shelley, roll call, please.
Yes, sir. Johnny Kidwell,
Here.
Kevin Easley, Sasha Black Fox Claus, Danny Callison, Julia Coates,
Here.
Joe Deere, Ashley Grant, Uriah Grass, Lisa Hall,
Here.
Clifton Hughes, Daryl Legg, Kendra McGady,
Here.
Dora Petzkowski, Cody Poindexter,
Honey.
Joshua Sam, Melvina Shotpouch, Kendessa Teehee.
Honey.
We have a quorum.
All right, thank you, Shelley. Yes, everyone's had a chance to read the minutes. I would entertain a motion of approval. Motion and a second. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Motion is adopted. Approval of the minutes. We'll move on to reports from the Marshal Service. Marshal Daniel Meade.
CO Council. All right, you guys have my reports, but before I ask if there's any questions, I just want to pass something along. I want to brag on my guys, the Marshal Service. As you know, the Warrior Flight was last week, and we also had some stuff going on. Chief was in D.C. speaking and testifying in front of Senate. Well, two of our marshals was out and about sightseeing, and a 3-year-old started having seizures. Those two marshals, quick acting, one grabbed the baby, started working on the baby, other one goes and grabs Secret Service and was able to get the baby the help, the attention it needed, and get it to the hospital. And while there was a group of people there, those are the two that reacted. And I wholeheartedly believe it was the actions of those two marshals that saved that baby's life. And I mean, that's in Washington, D.C., that's what they do there. Just imagine what the rest of our marshals do here on our reservation. And that's what you have serving and protecting your districts. And so I just want to pass that along. I'm super proud of those two marshals. I'll go ahead and name them. They'll probably be mad at me, but it was Anthony Elizondo and Cody Colburn. Those two are the ones that did it, and I'm really proud of those guys. I did speak with them and told them I'm here for them. I'm super proud of them. But it does take like I said, I've told you guys before, we can't just, it's not an on-off switch. We wear it. We're doing it 24/7. And so even something so joyous as saving that baby's life, if they need to take a break, we're here for them because that is a pretty traumatic experience. So my hat's off to them. My hat's off to their trainings because and just how they retained it and how they acted. So there was that. Also, in our stats, you'll see each district has numbers of patrols. Just let you know, this last probably week, 2 weeks, I'd say, we've been covering for Cherokee County. So next month in the reports, Cherokee County, Tahlequah is probably going to be in our stats. It's probably going to be really heavy loaded here, but it's because the sheriff has asked for some assistance. He had some things going on, and we covered for them. So with that, you guys have any questions?
Any questions for Marshal Meade? Councilman, go ahead.
It's not really a question, just kind of giving you some praise for your marshals, and a few of us got to attend the Warrior Flight last week, and it was just a great experience, and we'll definitely be coming back. And I just wanted to give you compliments to the marshals. I think it was Eric Bohannon, Casper, and I think you mentioned Anthony and Cody that was there too. They were just fantastic. They were with us the entire time, and we all had a great time with the veterans, and they just were very attentive and went through the whole experience with us. And I just enjoyed having them along. They were really great to have.
Well, thank you. Yeah, we had Jesse Phillips there as well. And so, but yeah, that's the Warrior Flight is a big part of in my heart. Everybody's got their passion projects, and the Remember the Removal, and the Warrior Flight are two really big things on my heart. And I've been there. I think I've done 10 out of the 13. Joe Rainwater's been to more than a few as well, and that's something that I usually try to send veteran marshals to go to prior service. Believe it or not, it helps the veteran, our veterans, our marshals, just as much as it helps those veterans that's going. And it's a refresher, and it gives us something to look forward to, because I can't wait to, don't take this the wrong way, I can't wait to be an old crusty veteran myself. I think I'm there. If you ask my son, he'll tell you I am. So, but thank you for that, and I'll definitely pass that along.
All right, any other questions for Marshal Mead? Marshal, I can tell you, I think if you asked my boys, they would say I'm a crusty old veteran as well. But I try to, yeah, but that's a whole nother topic for a different day. I appreciate you, Marshal. Thank you for coming in today.
All right, thank you.
All right, next up from the Attorney General's office, Attorney General Harshaw. Oh. All right, okay.
Meeting in Oklahoma City today. I believe you all have his reports, and if you have any questions, I'll be happy to take it back to him.
Are there any questions? I see none. Easy day, easy
All right.
day. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
All right, next up with FOIA and GRA, Gwen Terrapin.
Good afternoon. It's good to see all of you today.
Very much.
You should have a copy of my report, and I'll be glad to answer any questions you might have.
Okay, any questions at all? Man, another easy day. I see none. Thank you for coming in
Thank
today. All right, next up with the Tax Commission, Ms. Sharon Swepston.
Good afternoon. I believe you have my report. Just a couple of highlights. Revenue for motor vehicle is about 10% increase from where we were this time last year. And then on the revenue and taxation, which is your tobacco, cigarette tax, alcohol tax, retail sales, we are still down about 5% compared to where we were this time last year. So, and I would try to answer any questions you might have.
All right, thank you, ma'am. I think Councilman Deere has some questions.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I've just been asked several times about the rebate. Have you got sort of an idea where that rebate for people at large?
It's really starting to pick up right now. We done a upload yesterday, and there was over 900 people on that list that went out. So I will probably, when we come back next month, we should have a pretty good idea exactly how many is left and whatnot, because we're just now we had some little things that weren't working correctly, and so we've got all that fixed. It seems like it's going real smooth now, so hopefully we can get that backlog caught up, and it won't take that long.
Yeah, can you get just an estimated time frame
Sure.
when they do that? So when they call, I can say, 60 to 90, 30.
Sure will.
All right, thank you, good work. Thanks,
Thank
Speaker.
you.
Thank you. Any other questions? Ma'am, those rebates, are they going to be they'll be on a rolling basis, or is it one time a year we're going to do that?
Well, we do them every 2 weeks, I believe, is the way that finance is processing those. But so it's just when they come in, they have to go in and apply for that through the Gadugi portal.
Right.
And when they go in and apply for that, then we have that in there, and then we go in and we either approve it or decline it, depending on whether they met all the qualifications and everything, and then it's processed.
All right, great, thank you. All right, any other questions? I see no other questions. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, from the Gaming Commission, Audrey Emhoff.
Good afternoon. You should have a copy of my report. I'll be happy to answer any questions. I did just want to start off by thanking Councilman Grass for joining us last week at our commission meeting. We're happy to have you and happy to have you on our advisory board. A couple of highlights from my report. Our next meeting will be October 17th in Tahlequah at 9:30 at the Choda Center. And I did just want to give a shout out to a couple of our departments. Our compliance department did successfully complete their annual slot machine audit. That is a requirement from NIGC each year. And also, our audit department has completed all of their required audits for this fiscal year. So we will be submitting those to our external auditor and to NIGC very soon. With that, I'll be happy to answer any questions.
That's excellent. Good news. And is there any questions? Boy, easy days today. Easy days today. That'll be it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, continuing on, old business, there's none pending, and new business, Councilor Sam. Say again? Oh, shoot, man, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
That's
I'm good
my
with
fault.
old business.
And I sat here and I read your name. I sat here and I read your name and I thought, I wonder where she was at today.
Oh, well,
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, so back up to reports, human resources. Ms. Hendricks, please help us out.
I definitely have some good news. So the team continues to attend the community meetings, and they're very much excited about helping the citizens with applications and questions about our benefits. See, this is all good news. We're preparing for open enrollment, which will be in November, so we'll have more dates on that to come next month. On the report, you're going to see a slight increase on terminations, but those are related to our interns going back to college. And then tomorrow, which I'm happy to say is an HR professional day that's recognized throughout the United States. So I want to say that we're recognizing our team. So if you see an HR professional, say, hey, you're having a great day. You know, you're doing a great work. One last thing on the reminder, on the back of your report is how, if you need information related to how people can apply, citizens or applicants, that's certainly there for any questions or steps on how to apply. So with that, if you have any questions, we can get back to old business.
All right, last but definitely not least, Councilor Legg.
Do we have any idea when the positions for the new Child Care Development Center in South Saul is going to be posted?
I do not have that answer, but I can get that for you.
That's fine.
All right, Councilor Kelson.
Yes. Are we still doing the open interviews on Tuesdays?
We have slowed that down just a little bit, only because we haven't had much traffic, maybe one or two. We still entertain, so if somebody does come in and ask for some assistance, we definitely will get them in the right direction. So we haven't advertised it in a while because when we did it, we just didn't get much activity. But if they come in at any time, we're going to help them.
Okay.
So we're going to get them in contact with the right people. We're not going to just say, oh, sorry, you can't do that. We're going to do everything we can to help them.
Right. And also, thank you very much. You and your department always, every time we reach out, I reach out to you. You guys are quick on the draw to get back to us and to help us in any way. And we appreciate that because as counselors, you know, we're kind of the boots on the ground and we get to visit with everybody. But thank you very much for you and your department making things easy for us.
Thank you. We'll pass it along to the team. They're excited to help. So.
All right, is there any other questions? Ms. Hendricks. Man, I see none. Thanks for pushing your way up to that podium. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
Keep us all on track around here. All right, so old business, none pending, new business.
Speaker, yes, I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda to include items 5 through 11 from committee meetings.
All right, we have a motion and a second to amend the agenda to include items number 5 through 11. Is there any discussion? No discussion. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Okay, motion is adopted. We've included items 5 through 11. Great. All right, we'll go on to a new business, item number 1. Councilman Deere, please.
This is a resolution authorizing Cherokee Nation to become a member of the National Congress of American Indians and to appoint the tribal delegate and alternates.
All right, we have a motion and a second for item number 1. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor say aye. All opposed? All right, the motion passes. Item number 2, Councilwoman Petskowski, please.
A resolution confirming the appointment of Daniel Meade as Marshal of the Cherokee Nation, and I move for its approval.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Marshal Meade, would you like to come up and say a few words?
All right, I'll see you again, and just hearing that is amazing. I thank you for your support. I'm going to try not to get emotional, but when you do something and you feel something so deeply, it's hard not to. And I get ragged on by my guys because I cry a lot, and I try to hold them back, but sometimes I can hold them back, and sometimes they just flow. I honestly and truly am going to do the best I possibly can to make the Cherokee people proud, to make the chief, deputy chief proud, council proud, but there's also my last name. I carry my bloodline, my kids, my mom, my brother, make them proud as well. So I look forward to stepping up to the challenge. I know there's going to be some doubters. There's going to be some people that's not fond of this decision, but my goal is going to be to change their mind and them say that no knock on any prior marshal, but that I was the best marshal in the history of Marshal Service. That's my goal. I hold my marshals and every department underneath me to a standard, and if I hold them to a standard, I got to hold myself to a standard. So thank you for giving me the opportunity, and like I said, I'm going to make each and every one of you guys proud.
Councilman Deere.
I just want to say, Danny, I've got to work with you for 6 years, and you stayed consistent the whole time. Whether we were on a Cherokee flight, you're doing detail work, or we're walking in parades, or whatever. So totally support you. You stay consistent, and that makes everybody feel better. And we know you can lead the team, so I'm glad you're a marshal because, you're consistent, and that's what we need, consistency all around. So I want to say thank you and good luck if you need anything. I know the council will definitely support you.
Thank you for that, sir.
Any other questions or comments for Marshal Meade? Well, Marshal, I can tell you this. I think that you can tell by the number of sponsors that you have on this resolution that you've got the trust and confidence and support of this council. And we appreciate everything that you've done. I've appreciated watching you work over the past 4 years myself, and just thank you for all that you do. And we know you're going to do a great job. If you ever need anything from us, don't hesitate to reach out.
I'll remember you said that.
That was more of a Hollywood reach out. But, that's yeah. That's right. One crusty veteran to the. All right. If there's no other discussion, we'll go ahead and vote. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? I hear none. We have adopted that resolution. Congratulations. All right, item number 3, Councilman Poindexter, please.
Yes, sir. This is discussion and possible action, the scheduling of Culture Committee, and I put that in the form of a motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second. I'm going to open up the floor to Councilman Poindexter to tell us a little bit about what he's thinking, and then we'll move from there. Councilman?
Yeah, so currently we meet every other month for Culture Committee meetings, and due to the growth of our language department, our CCO organizations, and the new Heritage Center coming up, I think it would be more appropriate to start meeting every month on committee meeting days, just to kind of keep the information due to month by month instead of trying to fit 2 months worth of information into one report. And so I'm open to thoughts and suggestions, and yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking there. So.
All right, thank you, Councilor. Is there any comments, discussions, questions? Councilwoman Teehee.
Yeah, I believe that this motion is appropriate to bring it to a monthly meeting, largely because with the new kind of policies and procedures for tribal council, where things are going to be moving through each individual committee and then moving to rules, I think it is imperative to move culture to a monthly meeting at this point in time. So I think this is a good idea that's been brought forward by Councilor Poindexter, and I am in support. Thank you.
I think Councilman T. Anyone else? Councilman Petskowski.
Yes, I would just like to agree. I think this is a very good, valid point. There's a lot going on, so I would appreciate meeting every month on that as well. I would support you.
All right, any other comments, questions? Councilman Grass.
I just want to say thanks for that idea. As a new counselor, I'm sure maybe Counselor Hughes and this young lady sitting beside me, just trying to pick up slack, and I think that'd be a pretty good idea to keep us in the loop a little bit more often, so I like that idea. So, thumbs up, bud.
Councilman Easley.
That's what I was about to ask. What day do you propose, Counselor Poindexter?
I was thinking more on committee meeting days where it doesn't, I'm not at no particular preference. Whatever's easiest for everybody.
Yeah, I think for the flow that Councilman Teehee was talking about a minute ago, it makes most sense to make sure that we have that committee meeting on our committee days. Therefore, that flow of legislation can work as appropriately as we have it planned out. So that would be an 11 o'clock. We'd be doing that 11 o'clock on that first Monday after the second Saturday, which we'll be working on that one pretty soon too, by the way. But yeah, it would fall with committee meetings.
Okay.
Okay, so I think that the motion, we would entertain a motion to continue to start holding culture committee meetings monthly, along with our committee meetings on the first Monday after the second Saturday. That's what we would entertain that motion there, Counselor.
So I'd like to make a motion for monthly meetings of culture committee meetings on committee meeting day. Right, and I move for its approval.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any further discussion on that? I think it's a great idea. All right, when seeing no discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? All right, the motion passes. We will have committee meetings every month on committee meeting day, first Monday after that second Saturday, according to those pesky rules that we have. Okay, so the next item number 4, Councilman Easley, would you take that, please?
Yes, sir. This would be discussion and possible action for Tribal Council Work Group creation and member selection. Put that in the form of a motion.
All right, we have a motion to second. So if you'll allow me, we've talked about these 3 things quite often. It's important, I believe, that we get some kind of working group together or a special council committee or something like that to deal with these issues. I know Councilwoman Teehee is very much focused on a lot of the election code revisions. We'll go down those one at a time, but the idea would be that we'll end up with a motion for each one that would be 8. We got to make sure that we don't have a quorum, so it'd be 8 or fewer, no more than 8 council members on each working group. Doesn't have to be 8, right? It can be 3. It doesn't, but we just have to make sure that we don't have more than 8. The first one, as you see in your notes there, the first one was for the election code revisions, and basically that'll be whoever gets on that will be working with the election commission, working with the AG's office, working with all those folks to try to bring everyone together to bring back to the council some ideas that are ready for us, basically for the council to vote on to update our election code. I know that we talk about this after every election cycle. It's a good thing to really get on this as quick as we can. I know there's a lot of changes that folks would like to make. That's a very important work group that we're going to put together. The next is the Council House Construction Work Group. I know that's been talked about. We talked with the administration about that. That has some That has some cultural pieces to it that we want to make sure that we get get the right people in the right positions on these work groups, and be thinking about which one you would like to be on that. And then, of course, the creation of the Tribal Council seal. We think that we've talked about that. That's important. Make sure we've got enough people on that to work with external vendors or external artists, different people, to try to make sure we get what we're looking for out of that. So with that, we'll put out the motion, and then during discussion we'll choose members, right? And then we'll go from there. So I would entertain a motion at this point to put together an election code revision work group of no more than 8 people for those revisions. Does anyone want to make that motion? Councilwoman Teehee.
So moved.
I like the way you work. All right, so we have a motion and a second for the election code revision work group. If you would like to be on that work group, please raise your hand. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, we have 7. All right, so we have Councilor Sam, Councilwoman Black Fox Squalls. We have Councilwoman Teehee. Who else was down there? Councilwoman Grant. We have Councilor Deere, Councilor Easley, and Councilwoman McGady, and Councilor Hughes. Say that again. Are we at 8? And Dr. Coates, Councilwoman Coates would like to be on that. So how many total is that? There's a Councilwoman McGady.
Who I have is Sam, Teehee, Easley, Grant, Black Fox Claws, Deere, McGady, and Coates. That's 8.
Okay, and that's 8. Councilor Hughes, are you just? Is it a big desire? I mean, we want to get everybody on there that we can, but we're at 8 right now. Are you okay?
Mr. Speaker?
Yes. Is that, Councilwoman Coates, please.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. I just put my hand up because you only had 7 at that point. So if you've got 8, I'm more than willing to come off. I've been on this work group several times, so let Councilor Hughes be on it instead.
Okay. Councilwoman Coates has voluntarily come off of that working group to make way for Councilor Hughes. Okay. All right. I appreciate that. Councilwoman Coates, you will remain. Councilor Hughes declines the kind gesture. So if you would name those 8 members for that working group, Shelley, one last time for us to vote on them.
Yes, sir. Josh Sam, Condessa Teehee, Kevin Easley, Ashley Grant, Sasha Black Fox Claws, Joe Deere, Kendra McGady, and Julia Coates.
Okay, hearing those names to be on the working group, is there any more discussion? All right, no more discussion. All in favor of putting that work group together, say aye. Aye. All opposed? None. So those are that is the election code revision work group. Thank you guys for for volunteering to be on that. It's immensely helpful to the nation. The next would be the Council House Construction Work Group. I would entertain a motion to put the Council House Construction Work Group together with no more than 8 people to work with outside departments in ensuring that we get what we need out of that build and construction process. Do I have a motion? All right, we have a motion and a second, so we'll go into discussion. Raise your hand if you think that you would like to be on that work group. I'm going to give Shelley a minute here to work this out.
hands I saw were Josh Sam, Lisa Hall, Uriah Grass, Cody Poindexter, Clifton Hughes, Melvina Shot Pouch, Dora Petzkowski, and Danny Callison.
That seems to be 8. Anyone else? All right, so we know which 8 that those are going to be on that Council House Construction Work Group. All in favor of putting that work group together, say aye. All opposed? Passes. We've got us another work group going. Yes, ma'am.
And we all know who the work group members are. So if any of us have any feedback, who would you like for us to just do a general email to all 8 of you, or speak with you individually? How would you like for us to funnel that kind of any feedback or commentary?
I think that it would be wise for those members in the work group itself decide who their point of contact is going to be. Okay. And let those group members decide who that will be. Let the rest of the council know. Let the Eric Central departments know who that will be. Basically be that focal point to reach out to people and say, hey, I'm gathering all the information for us to discuss. Okay. If that's okay with everyone.
Yeah. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you. Council.
Yes, Chair. I think that's really important after serving for 4 years that, a lot of times when we want something passed, we'll stop at 9 because we have it done and nobody else knows about it. And I think it's really, really important that every council member, because let's face it, from speaker to me, we've all just got one vote. So we really need to have an idea of what's going, whether we agree or we don't, where we can understand and we can all be together on what we are, because, we're a lot stronger together than we are by ourselves. And I think that's been one of the greatest things we've had my previous 4 years on this council, is always being together, always finding a way to find something that brings us together on these decisions. And I think that's a good idea, Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilor Callison. Your words ring true to all of us. We appreciate that.
Speaker.
Councilor
I
Lake.
remember the last work group, Sean Crittenden was over it, and he took ideas, if you would just write down on a piece of paper, and from the councilman that was not on the work group, that could be discussed during the revision. That way, that's legal, correct? So if we would have that opportunity to write down some ideas to give it to the work group as well, that would help.
Yeah, Councilor Lake, I think that's a good point. It's important that we can, take recommendations and ideas in any way possible. So we'll leave that up to the working groups to decide who that point of contact will be, and we'll make sure that we're able to reach out and get that information to the right people. Okay, the next is the creation of the Tribal Council SEAL Working Group. I think we've talked about this several times. I think that's important as well. I would like to have a motion to create a tribal SEAL work group of no more than 8 people for the development of that SEAL. We have one motion and a second. Hearing a motion and a second, please raise your hand if you would like to be on that work group. All right, Shelley, who do we have?
Johnny Kidwell, Sasha Black Fox Claus, Condessa Teehee, Lisa Hall, Uriah Grass, Daryl Legg, Cody Poindexter, and Dora Petzkowski.
That appears to be 8. Do we have any others? I'm happy to come off of that work group if somebody just really wants to be on it. None? None. Okay, here, no other discussion, no other names. All in favor of creating that work group with those 8 people, say aye. Aye. All opposed? All right, that motion passes, so we have that work group created. I would like to say this, if we can keep, I was thinking that the council construction work group would for updates would come under resources, right? So chair of resources, whenever it's time to kind of get an update from them. And the creation of the tribal seal work group, I was hoping that, Cody, you would agree that we could put that under culture. Right, excellent, excellent. So when we have updates for that, we'll look, they'll come to you to get that on that agenda, okay? Election under rules, yes, ma'am. Okay, do we need to vote one last time for that main motion, or are we good with all three? We voted on them individually? All right, so we'll move on to item number 5 out of the Health Committee. Counselor Sam, would you help us out?
Yes, sir, Speaker. This is item 5 from Health Committee. It's the Public Health and Wellness Fund Act for the 2025 amendments, and I put this in form of a motion.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion. Shelley, would you roll call vote, please?
Sasha Black Fox Qualls,
Yes.
Danny Callison,
Yes.
Julia Coates,
Yes.
Joe Deere. Yes. Kevin Easley. Yes. Ashley Grant. Yes. Uriah Grass. Yes. Lisa Hall.
Yes.
Clifton Hughes. Yes. Johnny Kidwell.
Yes.
Daryl Legg. Yes. Kinder McGady. Yes. Dora Petzkowski. Yes. Cody Poindexter.
Yes.
Joshua Sam. Yes. Melvina Shotpouch. Yes. Condessa Teehee.
Yes.
Motion passes 17-0.
All right, motion passes. Thank you. Item number 6, out of Resource Committee, Councilwoman Hall, please.
This is item number 6, a resolution authorizing an amendment to add an option to renew to business lease number GO8-3492 to the Tinker Utilities Authority, TUA, on land held in trust for Cherokee Nation. I want to put this in a form of motion, please.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor say aye. All opposed? That motion passes. Item number 7, Counselor Sam.
Yes, Speaker, and this is a resolution authorizing Cherokee Nation to lease tribal trust land in the Cherokee Nation Industrial Park to Cherry Tree Rural Water District Incorporated, and I put this in form of a motion.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion for item number 7? Hearing no discussion, all in favor say aye. All opposed? All right, number 7, that resolution passes. Item number 8, Councilman Easley, please.
Item number 8, this is Cherokee Nation Historic Cemeteries Preservation Act, and I put this in the form of a motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Councilor Callison.
Yeah, Chair, is there are we going to get an overview of what this actually is? What we're going to be able to do with it, or will that come later, or what? We missed it? I was gone last time, so I'm, okay. All right.
It came out of the Resource Committee, but the full text of the.
Okay,
of everything's
I'll
in
look
there.
and find it. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Any other discussion? Any other questions? Okay, hearing none, Shelley, would you roll call vote, please?
Yes, sir. Kinder McGady. Dora Petzkowski. Cody Poindexter.
Yes.
Joshua Sam. Melvina Shotpouch. Condessa Teehee.
Yes.
Sasha Black Fox Qualls.
Yes.
Danny Callison. Yes. Julia Coates.
Yes.
Joe Deere. Yes. Kevin Easley.
Yes.
Ashley Grant. Yes. Uriah Grass.
Yes.
Lisa Hall.
Yes.
Clifton Hughes. Johnny Kidwell.
Yes.
Daryl Legg. Motion passes 17-0.
All right, that motion is approved. Item number 9, Councilwoman McGady, please.
Yes, thank you. This is item number 9, the Cherokee Nation Trail System Act, and I would put this forward in the form of a motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second for the Cherokee Nation Trail System Act. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, Chief, I saw you walk in. Would you like to talk to us a little bit about the Cherokee Nation Trail System Act?
Speaker, I
Would
was
welcome
merely-
your comments.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I was merely being on standby, but, and I know it's gone through committee, but I am excited about this. And just to reiterate, this is about planning for a long-term vision of a trail system, the substance of which has not been developed because that's what the planning is about. And we think with the dollars that you authorize and then we appropriate, that our Secretary of Natural Resources can engage some real expertise and give us all some good guidance on how we could build that out. And one other point to make is that it does not seem feasible to me that the Cherokee Nation owns and operates a complete contiguous trail system that we see. There's existing good trails. There's one near here. I think in Adair County there's some development, of course, in the state of Arkansas. And so it seems to me that we can sort of designate a trail system, owning and operating some portion of that, maybe a substantial portion of that, but ultimately something that we can work with partners on. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Chief, for being ready to step up to the mic there. And is there any questions for Chief over on this act? All right, Chief. Thank you. All right, we have a motion and a second. We finished discussion. Shelley, roll call vote, please.
Yes, sir. Joe Deere? Yes. Kevin Easley? Yes. Ashley Grant? Yes. Uriah Grass? Yes. Clifton Hughes? Yes. Lisa Hall?
Yes.
Johnny Kidwell?
Yes.
Darrell Legg? Yes. Kendra McGady? Yes. Dora Petzkowski? Yes. Cody Poindexter?
Yes.
Joshua Sam? Yes. Melvina Shotpouch? Yes. Condessa Teehee?
Yes.
Sasha Black Fox Claws?
Yes.
Danny Callison?
Yes.
Julia Coates?
Yes.
Motion passes 17-0.
All right, that motion passes. Item number 10, Counselor Legg, would you take that for us, please?
Absolutely. A resolution confirming support of Joe Deere as candidate for Regional Vice President of the National Congress of American Indians, and I put that in form of a motion.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Councilman Deere, would you like to say anything?
Thank you, guys. I can give a quick update what they're working on right now. When we first started 2 years ago, when I was elected last time, we had found there was a lot of fake groups. So I had talked to Chief Hoskins of 5 tribes and 9 tribes because we represent the whole eastern region. And we have now had 74 not re-registered since we have gone through that committee, because we fight that as our tribal and culture. Obviously, when we got the new administration, we had Job Corps. We were working every day because the executive orders are coming out. So we were constantly writing legislation, giving it to D.C., spending a lot of time in D.C., because that didn't just affect Eastern region, that affected the whole country and other countries. So I also serve as the international chair dealing with indigenous communities like Mexico, Canada, New Zealand, because what happens here in the United States usually happens about 15 months later. And we saw that in New Zealand, so I visited with Mary over there and those guys. So that's what we do at NCI, is we are the footprint. They've been around almost 80 years, and we are the voice of Indian country to D.C. So I'm glad to represent the Eastern region. I thank you guys for your support. And if you guys have any issues that ever come up, let me know. Just give me a call or text. So with that being said, I want to say thank you. Thank Chief for your support as we go forward. Chief is actually on that task force as well. So we got him on there, and it's sort of hard because we want all chiefs from all over the regions to represent, because, you know, we know this region very well, but we don't know what's going on in the Pacific Northwest or anything. So that's why that's a collaborative effort. And we submit that. That task force gives us a separation to be able to not re-register those guys. So we have an actual footprint of indigenous registered people. So thank you.
All right, Councilman Deere, thank you for that little bit of information. Is there any other discussion? I will say this. Many people probably don't know this, but Councilman Deere voluntarily, chose not to be on any of the committee meetings or the committee assignments and different things here on the council, so that he can focus directly on NCII. The NCII work that he's doing is super important to all of us. And it's not just the Cherokee Nation, but important to all of Indian country as a whole. And the work that you do there is we're grateful for it. We appreciate you focusing on it and making sure that that's done properly and done the right way. And you have my personal thanks for focusing in and voluntarily doing, making sure that's your sole focus. And I truly appreciate you. All right, no other discussion. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? All right, that passes. Congratulations, Councilor Deere. Okay, item number 11, Councilwoman Teehee, please.
With absolute pleasure, I move for the approval of the Cherokee Heritage Center Act of 2020 to 2025 amendments.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. I don't think there's going to be much more discussion on that one. I think we're doing pretty good, but I will open it up for discussion. Would anybody like to say anything? Councilwoman Teehee.
I'm sorry. I just, the Cherokee Heritage Center is, it has a special place in my heart. We've got some members of the Cherokee National Historical Society Board here with us today. Christy Newhoff and Brenda Partain have already been introduced, but Susan Chapman Plum is a woman who has been with the Cherokee Heritage Center in some really tough times. And she was there at a point in time where Cherokee Heritage, where the Cherokee National Historical Society Board, they, through their own personal, they kept it alive. They sometimes made up the payroll for employees, and the magnitude of what the previous Cherokee National Historical Society Board did to keep the Heritage Center alive is just, it's indescribable, it's phenomenal, and I just had to say something about Susan being here today. Thank you for the time, Chair, and I apologize. Thank you for indulging me.
No, Councilwoman T, we appreciate your words. You're always spot on when it comes to that. I would say that if there are any of the members that would like to approach the mic and say anything right before we vote here, you're more than welcome to do so. All right. Yes, ma'am.
I've been prompted to come forward. So many of you already heard me speak about this earlier today. I'm Christy Newhoff. I chair the Cherokee National Historical Society Board of Directors, and I do want to say we are thrilled to have the plan that we're presenting to you and that Chief and Deputy Chief have presented to you to really carry forward the work that was done by the Cherokee National Historical Society of 1963 that preceded us, and to carry Cherokee culture and education into the future. So thank you.
All right, is there any more to discuss? Yes, ma'am.
I just want to express my personal gratitude, and I know I represent the entire board, just saying, I have in my personal collection letters from the Department of Interior that congratulate this council 40 years ago on the reformation of their tribal government. And in those letters, it mentions that we had no government for 68 years. So the really dark times were 230 years ago and 70 years ago when we had no government. So this really is just the completion of a full circle of regaining everything that we are and should be as a tribe. So I'm in deep gratitude, and all Cherokee people really are in deep gratitude to you all for your courage. Thank you.
Well, we appreciate your kind words, and most definitely thank you for being here today, all of you. It means a lot to us, and I know this is something that we're all looking forward to voting on. And the presentation earlier was amazing, and man, we can't be more excited than we are. Is there any more discussion? Councilwoman McGeady.
Thank you, Speaker. I would just like to point out one of my citizens here, Bill Davis. Okay. Bill, wave your hand. I don't know if everybody knows Bill Davis. He's a very active citizen in District 11 and a member of this committee, and I just wanted to recognize you. Thank you for being here today. Anything? Oh, thank you.
Bill Davis, come on up to the mic if you'd like.
Good, I'm just taken by all that.
Doing your thing. All right, we'll be seeing you Saturday anyway. So I appreciate, we do appreciate everything that you guys have done, all the hard work that you put into this. And with that being said, if there's no further discussion, Shelley, would you roll call vote, please?
Yes, sir. Melvina Shop Pouch? Kendessa Teehee?
Yes.
Sasha Black Fox Claus?
Yes.
Danny Callison? Julia Coates?
Yes.
Joe Deere? Kevin Easley? Ashley Grant? Uriah Grass? Lisa Hall?
Yes.
Clifton Hughes? Johnny Kidwell?
Yes.
Darrell Legg? Kendra McGady? Dora Petzkowski? Cody Poindexter?
Yes.
Joshua Sam? Motion passes 17-0.
All right, that motion passes. All right, moving on. Are there any announcements? Councilman Deere.
Next Saturday, one of our Cherokee Warriors is going to turn 102, Paul Dudley. He will be at Hunter Park at 4 o'clock having a fish fry. So if you don't want to make that trip to Tulsa, just send him a text or something. And I'm sure Speaker Kidwell has it. But he did recently fall last month. So we're trying to figure out if we're going to have the party or not, because he had ended up splitting his head open and having 7 staples. But this guy still drives himself, walks everywhere. When we went on the Warrior flight, he just walked everywhere. He's probably in better shape than some of our crusty veterans. But he did fall. He is in physical therapy right now. So what's really crazy is the person that is at his therapy is his sister. And she's up there too. And his daughter, which is in the 80s, and his granddaughter in the 60s. So I think that family's going to be around a long time. So wish him get well better. Hopefully he can get out.
Thank you, Counselor. He is one of our favorite veterans, man. I remember going to his 100th birthday party, you and I, a couple of years ago. That was a great day. Counselor Easley.
Yep. I'll try to make this announcement every time I can today, but October 14th, big community meeting in Claremore with myself, Counselor Callison, Counselor Deere, Counselor McGady, Rogers County, everybody in Rogers County, come on out. It'll be October the 14th, 6 o'clock at Will Rogers Downs. We're going to have a good time.
Councilman Poindexter.
Well, following up, I got one next Tuesday at Chewy. If y'all can make it out, that'd be great. I believe Ms. Melvina will be providing the food, so we're going to have a good time out there in the woods. Come out if you can.
Is there any other announcements as we're moving along here? Yeah, there's a lot of community meetings this month. It was difficult to get our meeting schedule, as you guys could tell from the poll that was sent out. Counselor Legg.
Yeah, real quick, Southall had either a small tornado, straight line winds, whatever you want to call it. We had probably 50 trees down. Electricity was off for up to 24 hours in some areas, and our emergency management team, the whole building of the Sequoia Hospital on the south side was ripped completely off, and those patients were transported and they were replaced in other facilities, and our emergency management team from up here came down and helped, and I really appreciate that.
That's a good point. I know there was a lot of damage out there, and it was a lot going on, and man, we appreciate them getting out there as quick as they did and offering a hand. Is there any other announcements? Well, hearing no more announcements, I'd entertain one more motion. We have a motion to adjourn and a second. All in favor say aye. We are adjourned.